Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. And here's a game that I'm actually fairly ashamed to say that I've never played, despite being a huge fan of the series. And this is Crash Bandicoot, well, 4 technically, I think. The Wrath of Cortex. Well, it doesn't say Crash Bandicoot 4 on the box. Now, I'm a massive fan of the Crash Bandicoot games. They were some of the first few games that I owned for the PlayStation. I think it was the original actual 2 games I had were Crash Bandicoot and FIFA 97. But for whatever reason, when it made its way to the PlayStation 2, I just never really picked up a copy. And it's been in my collection for a fair while, but I've never really just sat down and played it. So I kind of always want to just give it a shot. You know, being a huge fan of the series and all.
Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex.
And we'll pop in our wee name, just as usual. That'll do. So I've done a brief bit of reading up on how it was received, and it seems to have got fairly mixed to average views, or reviews I should say. Seems to be a bit of criticism that it's quite similar to Crash 3 and reuses a lot of the assets from previous Crash games. But we'll judge it on its own merits.
Your track record for spreading evil is pathetic. Uka Uka, it's not our fault that Richard Bandicoot is to blame. I will not let anything stand in the way of evil, especially not a brainless orange marsupial. Crash must be eliminated.
Uka Uka, need I remind you that Crash always finds a way to defeat us? Maybe he's just too good for us.
Is that Dr. N. Green? The characters have such weird names.
Need to come up with one good plan, or else. How do I get into these situations?
Dr. Neocortex, that one always stuck out.
Something we can come up with. Say,
These are all
Doctor,
bosses from the
haven't you
previous
been
games,
tinkering with
basically.
some kind of new secret weapon in your laboratory?
I don't know what you're talking about, Entropy.
Dr. Cortex! I think
Entropy,
he's
that was it.
referring to this super secret weapon you've been laboring over day and night since the last time Crash defeated you.
Enough bickering! Do we have a plan? Well, in my scientific endeavors, I've been able to create a genetically advanced super weapon of unbelievable strength. But the power source is the final missing crucial element. Elements. Yes, the elementals. Right, the elementals, that's it.
Of course, the
Their
elementals.
destructive energy could create enough power to bring my secret weapon to life. We'd have a weapon capable of crushing mountains, demolishing entire cities, and wiping Crash Bandicoot off the face of the earth forever. Get ready to face my wrath, Crash Bandicoot.
Ah, the Wrath of Cortex, see, that's where it comes from. Okay, well, that was a fairly undynamic intro for the first entry in PlayStation 4. I do believe Mark Cerny, the big tech head involved with a lot of the sort of architecture of the hardware of the PlayStation, is somehow involved in this game. I should have really maybe done some research properly.
No, it cannot be.
Check your Wikipedias, folks.
No.
What's going on?
What's her name? Coco? Coco Craft? I can't remember.
Is everyone all right? It appears that my evil twin brother Uka Uka is up to his no-good tricks
Uka
again.
Uka and
I
Aku
must
Aku.
find out what he is planning. I'll meet up with you later.
Hello, my feeble brother.
You have gotten my attention, Uka Uka. What kind of diabolical scheme do you and Dr. Cortex have planned this time?
No schemes, just some old familiar faces dropping by for a visit.
God, who are all these dudes?
Not the elementals.
Oh, the elementals, of
Uka,
course. games so I
Why
can
did
forget.
you release them? Don't you know what happened the last time they were free?
So they were responsible for a few earthquakes, floods, and that little ice age a couple of centuries back. You worry too much, brother.
You cannot restrain them, Uka Uka. They are far too dangerous. This could spell disaster for us all.
Well, here's the setup.
Aku Aku. It spells disaster for you and the precious planet you care so much about. Destroy him!
You won't get away with this.
Who's going to stop us?
Perfect setup.
Crash, Coco, it is
Coco,
just
that was
as
it,
I
yeah.
feared. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex have freed a group of destructive masks known as the Elementals. We must find a way to stop them before they destroy the Earth and all of its inhabitants. The only way to stop the Elementals' destructive nature is to imprison them with the use of ancient crystals. Each elemental
always the
can
crystals,
be returned
man.
back
Every
to
time.
their hibernation state with a total of 5 crystals. We must act quickly. Coco, what is the status of the new portal chamber you've been working on?
It's almost finished.
Oh, Coco's
Few little
voice.
adjustments here and there, and it'll be ready to go.
Well done, Coco. This gives us the ideal opportunity to test it. We must hurry.
Alright, that's a fairly long-winded intro for a Crash game, you'd think, but just gave your basic setup there. Get these crystals for these elementals. So we'll see how this looks and plays.
Okay, all systems are ready and operational.
It's time we evened up the odds in our favor.
I'm not sure if this is a choose-your-own-level format.
Crash Bandicoot, my old nemesis. How the heck are you? Still gathering crystals? Old habits die hard, don't they? My days are being spent on something much more intriguing. Meet Crunch, my newest creation.
This is the
Crunch.
creature who keeps sabotaging your master plan? Ha! You gotta be kidding. I'll exterminate this field rat in no time.
I feel like I recognise that voice.
Now, Crunch, your time with Crash will come soon enough. Isn't he brilliant? A testament to my true scientific genius. A real Bandicoot warrior. Unlike you, Crash. Oh well, we all make mistakes. Ta-ta for now.
Alright, controls pretty smooth. These must be the 5 levels that you choose from, I guess, for the hub. And this will be where you save your game, I would imagine. Don't think there's any change in controls from the previous Crash games. Might be worth having a quick look at that though. Don't think we can from here. Well, yeah, we can certainly practice. Yeah, we've got a slide, jump, bring up our status, and a good old Crash spin. It looks like we're gonna choose your level from the hub. So we'll just go with the very first level to start. I think Arctic Antics. We'll see what this is all about.
What are you looking at, fuzzhead? I'm Rocco, the Earth Elemental. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex woke me from my captive slumber, and now I'm free to pulverize whatever gets in my way.
This guy's voice
Oh,
does
don't
not
even
fit
think
his
about
face.
collecting those crystals, Grunt. Because if you do, I'm gonna bury you alive.
I presume this is going to be like similar previous Crash games. You'll have the main crystal to get at the end of the level, but you'll also get maybe a gem for smashing all the boxes and various other collectibles. I'm not really sure how it functions here, but alright, looks and controls pretty good. I prefer using the D-pad to the analog stick for the Crash games, to be honest. I'm using an 8-bit Do PC controller, mapped as a PlayStation 2 controller, and it feels quite good. Maybe even better than the original DualShock, dare I say. Now, I'd be surprised if it lets you collect all the boxes on the first level without, you know, maybe a secret path to unlock or such like, but we'll at least try for it. And that's not a good start, is it? Now might be a good time to check my quick save and quick load buttons. I'm assuming F5 quick save, F9 quick load. That looks like the case. Kind of looks like it mucks up the graphics there. But even if I don't think I'll be using them as much with Crash Bandicoot as I would with other games, good to get that quick save, quick load memory established. Now it might be impossible to even get the reward for getting all the boxes having died on the level, but since it's the first one through, we'll quite happily give it a go. I was a bit deceived by his speed running away from the screen there. You see, that's why I managed to fall down that first bit. This so far just feels like a smooth Crash game. I can see maybe where some of the criticisms came from of it being very similar to the previous entries in the series, but this feels pretty good so far. We are only one level in so far though, so let's just hold our reservations for now. Should get an extra life from having 100 Wumpa fruit, which can only come in handy. You know, I did consider save stating before that as well. We'll save the save states, no pun intended, for when I'm very low on lives and things are looking really critical. And for now, we'll just blame the mistakes I'm making on a bit of crash rustiness. Oh, to be fair, I'm not that rusty. I did play the remasters of 1, 2, 3, which they brought out on PC and PlayStation 4 at release. Really did enjoy those. Right, I might actually just drop a quick save before that one, because it seems very difficult compared to the first 3 Crash games to get that exact timing to hit the top 2 boxes. So we'll just save ourselves a bit of heartache there. Abuse the save state system. Excuse me. This, of course, the first time I've really experimented with PlayStation 2 emulation, although I am ripping all my own CDs, or DVDs I should say. So, not just downloading ROMs like in the old days, you know. Right, let's drop a quick save state. And, oh, of course, then I nail it. I'm not sure how you defeat these boxes. Oh yeah, you have your belly slam move that was added in it might be in Crash 2 actually. It was definitely in Crash 3, it might be in Crash 2. Crash 2, the one I'm probably least experienced with. I only really played through that game once after borrowing it from a friend. Whereas Crash 1 and 3 I had my own copies. Really gutted given the save state abuse. If this is a level where, or a system where you have to get all boxes without dying, but I'm sure we'll find out by the end of the level, or at the end of the level I should say. Seems like a nice gentle introduction to the mechanics of Crash. I'm not going to belly flop that immediately in case there's a hidden TNT. Looks like we're safe. Should only have to hit one of those and it'll blow up the other two. Yep, you can see that from the box count at the top. No real hidden paths or anything. I mean, the Crash games aren't really known for that. They're generally quite linear. Wumpa fruit for days. We're boosting up our extra lives here. You can go in this water, right? Excuse me. Well, I answered my own question there. For some reason it looked like you'd be able to just jump in it, so we'll drop a quick save state. Ah, yes, you can see a little green gem off to the side there, so there must be a hidden path, which I would imagine you'll need to go through to get all of the boxes in the level. I'm no expert, but I think that might be how it functions. Pick up a crystal, so I think that's the main goal of the level at least. And it looks like we'll finish with nowhere near the required amount of boxes. Now you hit that and it blows up all the TNT, that should help a little bit. That actually takes out a fair amount. But we're actually miles away from getting the box count, so I think we do need that green emerald that we saw earlier to go through a secret path. But we'll get back to that. What was that? Arctic Antics. Tornado Alley. Now, one of the things that people didn't love about Crash 3, certainly, that I remember liking as a kid, was the variety of levels. Like, you didn't just have the bog standard side-scrolling or... and yeah, and it's the same here, you get even a level within airplane.
Shoot them down! Looks like Neo's using them to make the tornado!
So, I'm not sure how this one's going to work. Probably an easy chance to get all of our, oh god, I don't know how I did that. Oh no, it's the shoulder, see. Took a lot of damage from that. Let's try and focus on clearing out 5 things, and then we'll maybe go for the rest of the boxes. Seems like the most damage we're taking is from flying into other planes. Seems a reasonable thing to do, is to fly right into another plane. Right, we're kind of clearing these out. There's 2 left. Let's try and go for all the boxes though. 15 in total. Controls feel a bit weird with this one, like you bank to the left and right very rapidly. Oh, we've picked up extra health, so we should be alright actually. How are we doing for boxes? Slightly over half. Oh god, right, we want to take out all the boxes before we start shooting. Just got invited to a game of Dota, but I'll have to give it a miss. So we should actually be alright with the health pickups here. So 2 more boxes to find. Nice little few extra lives getting thrown in. I think that's all the boxes, yes. So yeah, that unlocks the gem, I suppose you'd call it, for that level. And that was fairly easy, I have to say. And that was Tornado Alley. That seemed really pretty easy, to be honest. Not a problem with that one.
You want a piece of me, Bandicoot? Huh? Huh? Do ya? Huh? Wuss.
Oh, this is weird. Oh, I'm not used to this. You can't jump. Can't attack. give this a go. I had no idea this was an element of the gameplay in Crash. Kind of racking up the extra lives though, which is good. Don't really need to worry about this Wumpa fruit. I tell you, this does feel quite good to control actually. And it's nice that the 8-bit Pro do, I think that's the name of the controller anyway, gives that rumble feature, which kind of a big selling point back in the day. Weird as it was. Oh, we're kind of losing control of it here. At a checkpoint. I'm going to save state at the checkpoint, just because I've not died, and we'll potentially be able to get all of our boxes this run. It's fairly linear so far. I mean, there's not a lot of scope for level exploration when you're locked into a ball. Oh, we do have a split path we can take here though. Whoa, let's stay away from that. There's something down here that's worth going down for. Of course there is. Again, for it's been as unusual as this is in a Crash game, this feels pretty good to control. I have to say this is a nice little change of pace. Let's take the elevator up. Oh god, we almost mucked that up quite badly. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward so far. I have to say I'm quite enjoying this. You know, it's funny if Mark Cerny was involved in this, because I remember one of the first big games he made it with, which is a game I actually owned on Nintendo Entertainment System, was Marble Madness, and this has a very Marble Madness vibe to it. So I'll need to actually do some reading up on that and find out exactly what Mark Cerny's involvement was. I really did just see his face on the Wikipedia page for the game, but that's really funny. If yeah, Marble Madness was a weird ass game. I have to say, this kind of improves on the formula. Although certainly not got as much verticality, which is maybe a good thing. How do we get up on that elevator there? That nitro is looking like it's trying to block me off going down there, so I'm going to drop a save state. Okay, that's a bit of a cruel one. I suppose we can go we can go further to the right there, I think. Well, here's the end of the level, so let's drop a load there. I didn't mean that to. Oh no, did I just accidentally save over a thing I didn't mean to? Oh well. That happens. Back the way we came. Let's just double check that. F5, F9. Oh god, that's horrendous. I'm not really sure the F9 is the load key. It's not F12. You know what, I'll probably just look this up for the next episode. I reckon that'll be the easiest way, because this seems to kind of be mucking about with the graphics settings in some kind of way I'm uncomfortable with. So I'll look up quick save and quick load for the next game, or next episode. So for now, I'm just going to have to rely on a strict gameplay. It doesn't actually look like we have. Oh no, there's surely a way to destroy all those nitro boxes that we've missed. I'm just going to quickly pause the game and check something on the old internet there. Apparently it's F1 and F3 you're meant to use. Right, so F1. Oh! Right, well, that's one way to learn how to do it. Can we just double check that? Just make sure. So F1 and then F3, yeah. So I don't know what F9 was doing there. It seemed to just maybe change some kind of graphic setting. I just wanted to make sure that we had these quick save and quick load buttons down to a T. Right, so it looks like I'm missing the nitro boxes. 29 nitro boxes. That seems reasonable. There was quite a few stacks of them. Or did I just actually drive right past it? Drive right past it, roll right past it. I'm picking up more boxes here. Well, yeah, that's the nitro box. 125 out of 125, fantastic. So it took a little bit to get there, but we got there in the end, and finished the level there. Right, so that was, we finally learned what our quick save and quick load buttons are. And we've done in Bamboo Wizards and Lizards, that's a good name for a level, I like that. Alright, well let's jump right in. Might as well try and at least finish these 2 levels and then call it an episode. And that would probably be a pretty decent place to stop. I do try and keep the videos to half an hour, but I don't mind running over that little bit if it means getting to a conclusive end of a section of a game. Just to be a bit more completionist. Now, I'm not sure how you get past these knight guys, so not that way. Jump on the head? Nope. You just have to get around them. So yeah, I can see where the maybe slight criticisms of the game were coming from. You know, with it being that, oh, how'd you get around them when they're on the same dimension as you? Jump on their head, seems to do the job. Classic video game logistics. Camera's feeling a bit haywire here. What is? Oh, is this a bonus stage or something? Play save if I was you, actually. Usually the bonus. Oh, I've absolutely mucked that up from the word go. Usually the bonus stages sort of ramp up in complexity as the game goes on. Right, that is for some reason a very hard box to get. There we go. Yeah, usually the bonus stages ramp up in complexity as the main game does, so I should imagine this first stage won't be too testing. I say that just as I come across a little nitro box. I do like this kind of almost Halloween remix of the original Crash theme though. That is pretty tasty. I'm missing 3 boxes. I have no idea where I missed those. Oh well, the nitro obviously. Oh, does that not explode till the end of the main level? Possibly then. Looks like that's what we're going to have to go with right now. It used to be the bonus stage boxes would be completely separate from the main game boxes. But it must work differently in Crash 4. I keep wanting to call this Crash 4. I don't know if that's technically right. What happens if you wiki Crash Bandicoot 4? What's the first thing that comes up? It's about time. Oh, they did an actual Crash Bandicoot 4. Crash Bandicoot series, which is, let's just get this straight here. God, there's a lot more games than I thought. Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, Crash Team Racing, Crash Bash, Crash Bandicoot the Wrath of Cortex, Crash Bandicoot the Huge Adventure, Crash Bandicoot 2 Entrance, Crash Nitro Kart, Crash Bandicoot Purple Ripto's Rampage, Crash Twinsanity, Crash Tag Team Racing, Crash Boom Bang, Crash of the Titans, Crash Mind War Mutants, Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 3D, Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart 2, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which is the remaster of the original 3 games, and then since then there's already been Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, and Crash Bandicoot On The Run. There are a lot more Crash Bandicoot games than I thought there were. But no, I came out of the screen. Oh, what the hell? That's a scary save state moment. Getting chased by some kind of crazy dragon. Assuming you're gonna get rid of those from me. Oh. I'm actually just gonna save state midway through this. Oh, that was right at the end. I do. If you walk up to him, does he hurt you? Yeah, kind of should have expected that. Ugh. I do remember a lot of people saying they really disliked the segments in the previous games where you get chased by something. I never understood that distaste as a child. I kind of get it now I'm a bit older, but you just gotta get on with it. Part of the game, it's how the game's designed, you know. Can't change it. Can't change it. Can't change the past. I wonder if there's any point even going for the boxes here. I mean, it looks like he's just crushing them. I'm sure previous games it wouldn't work like that. If you didn't get the box yourself, it would be counted towards the end of level total. But what do I know? Oh, I should have saved there. Now, I'm definitely going to be over my perceived half-hour limit for the episode, but I don't really mind if we're going to get to the end of the first world and Crash. Then that's a good sacrifice to me. I can't say. I mean, oh, that was stupid. I mean, it is difficult to judge because I'm probably judging the memory of emulating Crash on PC, sort of conflated with the Insane Trilogy memory, to make me think that it doesn't look that much better than a PlayStation 1 game. But I'm sure if you got the original PlayStation 1 and sort of lined them up side by side, it would feel a bit more spectacular. But yeah, early impressions so far, really quite like this game. Yeah, I kind of always knew I would be a fan of the series. I think there's a bonus stage back there, but not too much of a leap up on the previous Crash games. It seems like. Oh god. Oh, that is brutal. Absolutely brutal. That'll send me back a fair bit. Right, come on, yeah, easy, nice. Right, no, because that'll fall open. Just had a wee phone call there, sorry folks. Nothing too important. And let's just keep at it with this level here. Now, I don't like these things. I feel like these are going to outwit me before the night is over. I don't know how I took damage there. Oh, yikes. Oh, do I really want to load for that? Yeah, I wasn't that far back. I keep thinking there's like solid ground there, and there is clearly not. Clearly not. Right, we'll just take that hit. That thing still keeps going for you, man. Just quietly jump through here. This looks quite devilish. Drop a save. Ooh. Ah, here's that green gem from earlier. Well, that's weird that they kind of get it so early on in the game, I would think. Is that not counted as like a normal? No, you have to beat the game. You have to beat the level the standard way as well. Right. Well, don't know whether to do that or to do compactor reactor. We're gonna have to go back and get the crystal at some point anyway. Tell you what, I'm gonna do compactor reactor and then call that an end for this video, I think. Oh, this looks like an interesting one. What, and if you go down the wrong track, you're just done then? Seems like. Okay, well, we'll save now. This one might take a few attempts. There's a bit of memorization involved. Thought I had to do something there. Not really overly sure what the best course of action for this one is. This is a kind of cool design. Quite like this. Hard to get your bearings though, I would say. But that's done with that section. All right, that wasn't too bad. Don't like these big drills. Or this little dude chucking potions. Have that. Oh, what's this guy got? Some weird flamethrower thing, man. I don't want to deal with that. Oh god. Did I not just save right at the checkpoint? Yeah, I didn't. Might as well reload it. When I've got no idea what the mechanics in terms of getting to a level without dying are. But certainly previous Crash games function exactly like that. Oh, you have to get out there faster, the drill gets you, man. Oh, that's a brutal one. You can't, well, I mean, I've missed some from the minecart anyway, but yeah, if you don't get that top middle one before you get the TNT, you're done. You are done. Man, this is precarious. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Crash. God, that is evil! Fail. Oh, almost. Easy. And you. Checkpoint. I should maybe get into the habit of only saving at the checkpoints. I don't know. Maybe that'd be better. That was very close. Ooh, I didn't like that one bit. I could probably have slid under there actually. I've not really used the slide mechanic. So, one thing that's kind of cool is they're really mixing up the level styles in the first sort of hub world. Whereas I would say in certainly Crash 3 it was way more themes, really. It felt that way anyhow. Oh no. Did I take damage? No, I just bounced. Oh, this looks like a dangerous one. Nowhere near the amount of boxes as you can see, even with that big boost from the Nitro. But you get a lot of Nitro boxes in this Crash game. I presume... tell you what, I'm just going to go and clear out Lizards and Wizards. And then that'll be all the crystals gained and all the gems, just a nice little extra.
Shake, rattle, and
I've already heard this guy's little blurb, I think, unless that was a new one. Well, regardless, let's get past it now. So, just a kind of carefree run through the level. Do have a Raku mask, so do have a little bit of a margin for error. How are you meant to get past these guys? It seems kind of random whether you damage them or not. Slide them maybe? Oh, right, nice, okay. Oh, that hits the checkpoint box. Nice little notch. Right, we can avoid that? Yeah, we're not going for all the crates really, we just want to get the... Oh, this is the dragon level, isn't it? Shit. I'm not saying that I won't go for 100% completion, although I probably won't. Oh, god damn it. But I certainly will give it my best shot. Although, to be honest, I think I'll be quite happy just to get to the end. So I'm not really... Have I legitimately 100% in the Crash game? Maybe like back in the day, Crash 3. Back when you know, you don't have any mini games as a kid, that kind of deal, so you just play through what you do have. Crash 1 I don't think I ever did, certainly not legitimately, like on a PlayStation, possibly through an emulator. Can't really remember, to be honest. But, oh no, see again, it looked like solid ground and it wasn't. I'm getting a little bit of an audio skip every time I do a quick load here. I hope it's not causing too much of a damage. Too much damage, too much of a distraction. Right, he falls down the bridge here. Another checkpoint. Drop a quick save. Out the road. Oh, I forgot I can just slide him, can't I? I probably should have just slid him. Save myself the Aku. We want to avoid that that bonus. Oh, I jumped right into the nitro sack there. No excuse. There's a crystal though, and we do have 30 odd lives. So that'll actually be a nice little simple end to the level there. That'll be pretty decent. We'll come out of the first world there with I think what, 1 gem, 1 emerald, and all 5 crystals. Not perfect. We could even maybe go back and play the first level. I saw there was a green emerald path there, but that seems pretty... oh, there's a boss fight. Tell you what, we might as well do it. Might as well give the boss a go.
Well, looks like the Bandicoot's been busy collecting crystals. I warned you, Bandicoot.
Finally, I get to wrap my fingers around your puny orange neck.
Now, with traditional Crash Bandicoot mechanics apply, this will be some kind of boss where you have to figure out a pattern and you have a single opportunity to attack. Oh, you're in the ball. Okay, this could be interesting. I literally have no idea how you do this. Certainly not by hitting that guy. God, you take a lot of damage there. Presumably you use these stones to hurt him, but I'm not sure how. Hit the stones enough times, it looks like, I guess. It's a kind of weird boss fight, not gonna lie. Right, so So I just hit the little stones a number of times, I guess. Is that what you want from me, game? Not gonna lie, this feels very weird for the Crash Bandicoot boss battle. Not gonna lie. I'm not sure if I just have to knock two together. Is that how this works? Oh god. Shunted me there. Whoa, what the frig was that? Oh, there's an on fire one now. Do you hit the on fire one? Probably not. Oh, they just made it not on fire. I don't know what this lasts again. Whoa, he did me in there. Right, yeah, this is this feels weird now. I don't know what I'm really meant to do. If he hits them, they turn red. If I hit them, they turn blue. And so it doesn't seem. Maybe I just have to hit all four. Probably that, isn't it? It's probably, yeah, it's that. Okay, that was a weird one. Not gonna lie, but we got there in the end, which is the most important part. Control's a bit weird running at the walls here. Now what do you want me to do? Oh, it's flashing red, so just go straight in the middle. To sneak along suspended nitro crates, hold L2 while moving. The sneak shoes. Oh well. Cool, I didn't realise you unlocked new abilities as you went. Now, it surely gives you a prompt to save now, having beaten the first world? No?
Cortex! When are you and that super weapon of yours going to put an end to that interfering Bandicoot? You are beginning to test my patience! I'm working on it, Uka Uka. Listen, Crash, you may have outsmarted Rocco, but there are 3 more elemental masks where he came from. And just as luck would have it, they are all significantly more powerful. Ha! I have no doubt that the water elemental, Wawa, will make sure you never see the light of day.
Yeah, the water boy and I are gonna take you out. Ooh, I'm gonna rip you limb from limb.
Okie dokie, well, that'll give us a chance to save. I think. Do we do it by speaking to Coco? Or just by what, spinning into her? How does this work? Oh, somehow that did something. Ah, here we go. Right, so we should be able to drop a little save state. And I think that'll be enough for this little run through. But I will also drop an actual emulator save state. And we'll call that a day for this episode of Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex. So I'll hopefully be back with more of this. Ran for almost 50 minutes for this first episode, but cleared out most of that first world hub. So until next time, bye Crash.